Hello, everybody. We are live with a brand new show. We haven't quite come up with a name for it yet. Some people are calling it the Suffolk Football Show, the Soccer Suffolk. Adam's even come up with a few names. We will get more names as we go through what is going to be a brand new series on the show. Tonight is going to be a live show reacting to all of the scores as they come in across the Furlough None. We've got 3 divisions of football going on this evening, and we have got people coming in from different grounds who are going to be reporting on different grounds as well. This is all done very lateminute.com, lastminute.com rather. And we've got quite a few people spread around at different grounds in different leagues, etc., who are going to be coming on and talking about the football and the results and the games that they're coming in as and when it happens. Really, really excited for tonight's show. If it's something that goes particularly well, not entirely sure what happened there. Apologies, everyone. That's a great start to the show, isn't it? Absolutely superb. But yeah, if it is something you are looking forward to, remember from a YouTube perspective, give the video a like. And as I said, we have got people spattered around the ground, around the grounds at the moment. I have got people. Let me just go through some of the games that I've got people at. So we have people at we've got somebody at the Wroxham game for us. We have got somebody who's at the March and Lakenheath game who's going to be providing reports. We've got Mildenhall versus Ely game, which is going to be covered. We have got Ipswich versus Cornards. We've got somebody at that game. We have somebody from the Halstead versus Wivenhoe game. So we've got also the Sheringham games being covered as well. We've got a lot of people at different grounds this evening covering and going through different games. And I can't wait. There's going to be different people popping in and out of the show, coming on to provide updates as we go along. I'm going to be trying to keep an update of all of the scores. And yes, as Matt put on here, I will be trying to update the live video printer as it goes along the screen. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's an opportunity for me when I can't go to a football match, which is the case this evening. I can't go to a game because I'm actually supposed to be keeping an eye on my son. Let me grab my phone, actually. That's a great start. Yeah, so yeah, meant to be keeping an eye on my boy. It's just going to be an opportunity to be able to do something completely different. Jack, I will have Kirkley versus Mulbarton updates in the comments. Yes, Jack. Absolutely love that. Unbelievable, James, says James Scott. Ben has asked, hi, all, can't wait for this. How often will this be? It's going to be on an as and when basis. So it could be something where potentially moving forward, if myself or Adam are not able to get to a game, we'll be able to log on and present and host this show and get different people coming in at different points throughout the night to provide updates and different bits and pieces as we go through. But if there's a particular game that I want to cover for a match day experience, it may well be that I want to go over to that instead of doing this show. It really depends on the success over the next few weeks. If this is something that people like, if this is something that people enjoy, then we'll keep it going on a regular basis. But it depends on how well it's kind of received, if I'm being completely honest with you, Ben. We've got Adam, the Suffolk non-league version, Suffolk non-league show's version of Chris Kamara. Well, we will find out later in the show. It all depends on how often Adam is going to be checking in. So that's going to be the big thing for us. How often is Adam going to check in to the show? Jack's in the building. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing all right. And there's been a goal at Wissam, but to who, Adam? Yeah, potentially. Very potentially. Maverick, has there been a goal, Jeff? I don't know. Has there? Has there? Let's go and check. I'm very joking. There's only been 1 minute. All of the games are now kicking off, and here is a reminder of the games that we're going to be going and covering through tonight. So in the Furlough None Premier, we have got Fakenham versus Norwich United. It's Hadley versus Witton United in a Suffolk derby. We've got Kirkley and Patefield versus Mulbarton. It's March versus Lakenheath, two recently promoted sides going up against each other. We've got Mildenhall versus Ely, and Newmarket versus Long Melford, Swaffham versus Galston in the Norfolk Derby. We've also got Woodbridge versus Bramtham and Wroxham versus Thetford. So as I said, we have got different people at different grounds tonight. So yeah, we'll have updates hopefully on as many of these games as is possible. There is one game going on in the Furlough Nunn North, and we do have somebody covering that game, so we'll keep an eye on that one, which is Sheringham versus Norwich CBS. And in the Furlough Nunn South, we've got the Burnham Ramblers versus Coggeshall United, Cornard versus Ipswich, and again we have got somebody covering that game. We've got Frenford versus May and Baker, Halstead versus Wivenhoe, Warmley Rovers against Birkhurst Hill. I believe the Harwich game and AFC Sudbury one has been postponed, but those three games below that are all Wednesday night fixtures. So the 5 games rather above the Harwich one are the ones which are taking place tonight. So those are the games that we've got people at and people covering. We've got loads of people with different games, etc. tonight. We've also got people who are going to be sending in goal highlights as they come in as well. So we're going to get a nice mixture of people coming onto the show to report on the games that they're at, and also people sending in highlights of the game as it comes in, which if we can get that all going, that is absolutely brilliant. So we've already had Lee. We've already had Lee Simons. I'm going to put the video up on the screen here in a second. Who has sent us in this very brief video. But here it is. The teams are out at Wroxham versus Thetford. Those of you who are familiar with this ground, there it is. Fantastic stuff. And there they are, the blue wave behind the goal for Wroxham. So yeah, those are the kind of things that we're going to have popping up throughout the night. We're going to have small updates from various different people throughout the night. And as I said, we're also going to be having people popping up and giving us match reports as and when the games go on. But are there any particular games that you guys are looking forward to seeing this evening? Let me know in the comment section as we go through the show. But as I said, for me tonight, there's quite a few games, I said, from the Furlough Nunn. We talked about this on the show the other night. There's some brilliant games taking place tonight. We've got, as I said, the local derby between Hadley and Witton. We've got March versus Lakenheath, the two teams that got promoted. Mildenhall Ely's again on paper is a brilliant matchup. Swaffham Galston, the Norfolk Derby, Woodbridge Bramtham, Thetford going away to Wroxham. There's some brilliant games going on in the Prem. In the North, the game between Sheringham and Norwich CBS is one that I can't wait to see. In particular, how Norwich, whether or not Norwich can continue that opening win that they got on the weekend. Again, along with Sheringham, both teams going into this scoring 3 goals each going into tonight's games. How are they going to? Are they going to be able to continue that opening day success? And from the Furlough Nunn South, as I said, we do have somebody at the Halstead versus Wivenhoe game, so it's going to be really good to hear from them and get a bit more of an understanding about this division, because we haven't covered it before, and it's a league that we want to explore a lot more this season. So, as I said, as and when somebody does come on from the Halstead versus Wivenhoe game, we will give you updates from there. Let's read out a few of your comments on here. We've got a halftime score already, which I believe is the Needham game, which has taken place this evening. Yeah, Needham Market versus Colchester's under-23s. It is half-time, and they are winning 2-0. So we've got Kyle Hammond and Byron Lawrence scoring for Needham Market, which is, I love that. The Colchester under-23 teams is a very, very good team. I watched them, I wouldn't say comfortably beat Stowe Market, but they played very, very well against Stowe. So yeah, they're not an easy push. They're not an easy team to kind of beat. And Needham currently winning 2-0, and that's great preparation for them going into the season. It really, really is. So I love that update from you, my man. Absolutely love that. Ben, Witten will be a good game. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Adam dialing in and giving us all a bit of an update about what is going on at that game. We've got Nick in the comment section. Hi all, hi Nick. Hope you are doing well. Let's see if we can get any. We do have a few goals. We have a few goals that have come in already, and absolutely brilliant. We have got a goal in one of our games. Let me just bring this up on the screen here. I'll give you a few of what I'm checking up on. So here we go. The first goal of the night is gone the way of Brantham Athletic. They are 1-0 up away from home against Woodbridge Town. Obviously, I went and saw the Woodbridge game on the weekend, and Woodbridge were a lot better in the second half, and they knew they were going to have to step up their game tonight to match what Brantham Athletic are about. And so far, we are 8 minutes into the games that kicked off tonight, and already it is Matt Hayden with the goal, a 30-yard strike into the roof of the net. Please, somebody from Brantham, get in contact with me and send me if you have any footage of that goal. That would be absolutely amazing. We've also got a goal in the Furlough Nunn South. It is Frentford 0, May and Baker 1 after 5 minutes into that game. Got a few updates going on as well. Let's just give us a bit of a refresh and just see if there are any other updates that have come in. No, so we haven't got any other updates. Right, let's get the first update on the video printer going along. So we had, where is the score line on here? See, this is going to be the thing about me doing this on my own, but there we go. You'll just have to bear with me as I update that. May and Baker with the goal. And there it is, the updated one. You should see it come through any minute now, the updated scoreline as we go. I left a comment on your video on YouTube. I really do feel lost. Yes, yes, my man. I did see that literally about 20 minutes before I went live this evening. Are you able to email me? If you email me, djamfm@gmail.com, and I will give you my number, mate, and we'll chat. We'll chat tomorrow, because I do want to reach out to you, and I do want to help in any way in which I possibly can. I might not be able to have all of the answers, but if I can try and point you out in the right direction, I would love to be able to help. So yeah, as I said, email me, djamfm@gmail.com. Email me, and after tonight's show, I will reach out to you, my friend, and we'll see if we can try and help you. Jack is also here in the building. Jack Spinks, good evening, mate. Hope you are doing well. As I said, we've got 2 live updates. And wow, we've got some more updates coming in. Lake and Heath, there has been a save by Beckwith in the 9th minute to keep the game at 0-0. They appear to be under the cosh a bit. They've had 2 shots against them in the opening 9 minutes, and we do have another goal. Let's bring it up on the screen here. We have another goal from the Furlough Nunn Premier, and it's Hadley 1-0 in the first minute. That can't be right. The first minute of the game, it can't have only just kicked off. Early corner comes in for Hadley. Dennell fires back across the goal for Joel Glover to slam into the roof of the net from 8 yards out, and Hadley are winning 1-0 in their game. And in the Thetford one, 10 minutes in, penalties to Wroxham, and it's 1-0. So we have 2 goals to bring you, and hopefully we'll be able to have some goal highlights as well to bring you from that game. I'm sure Lee is already on it and sending me over the highlights of that one. Wow, unbelievable. So we've got Hadley winning 1-0 against Witten United, and we've also got The goal, Wroxham 1-0 against Thetford. Let's see if I can go over to my main page and see if Lee has sent me over anything. He hasn't sent me over anything yet, but not to worry. I'm sure he will do in due course. So as I said, scores so far on the doors. We've got Hadley 1-0 up against Witton United. Big goal. Hopefully Adam can send me some footage over of that, or at least reach out to me maybe at half time. I'm not entirely sure. I think what's going to happen is I think a lot of people are going to reach out at half time, and I'm going to have a load of people waiting to give reports as we go through the games, but that's absolutely fine. As we said, Woodbridge 0, Brantham Athletic 1, and Wroxham are currently 1-0 against Thetford. And we do have the goal, which I can show you on the screen. This is exactly what we want. This is exactly what we want. So this is brilliant. Thank you so much, Lee, already, my man. So here it is. This is the penalty. It's at the other end of the pitch, but I'm sure you guys can still get a good angle of this one. Here comes the penalty. Oh, nice. Into the bottom right corner. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Let's watch that one more time. Yes. Clinical finish. And there they go. 1-0. 1-0 to Wroxham. Absolutely love that. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much, Lee. Keep those highlights coming in. That's exactly what we want. Let's see if we can go through and get any other goals. There has been loads of action, actually. Unbelievable. There has been loads. Wow. We've got a lot to go through here. Right. Some of these score lines are going to be changing all over the place. So there has been a response from Witton. They are winning 1-0. Sorry, it's 1-1 now. Witton 1-1. Absolutely incredible. Another goal has come in as well. Sheringham are currently 1-0 up against Norwich CBS. We've got visiting Ely break the deadlock through Forster. 1-0 to Ely against Mildenhall. This is absolutely incredible. We've got Halstead 0, Wivenhoe 1, which I think is why one of my guys has called into the show, and I'm going to bring him up on the screen in a few moments. Wormley are 1-0 up as well. Absolutely unbelievable. There's goals flying in all over the place. Whilst I try and update some of these score lines, I'm just going to bring in Spencer, and then I'm going to bring Dan in just a few moments. Two of our guys have dialed in at the same time. Spencer, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good. You've got a goal. How's it a 1-0 down?
Oh, sorry. So we've now 1-0 up, 10 minutes in. The striker Mark Swanborough tapping really. But yeah, other than that, it's been quite an even game. And Halstead almost equalised just here.
Was that the goal we were, or the action we were literally just seeing as I brought you onto the screen?
No, this is live action now. Goals
wow.
down the other end.
Wow. I love that. I love that commitment, my friend. So from your perspective, I know you cover this division quite a lot. What are we making of both of these sides for this season in terms of, let's start off from a Halstead perspective, and then what about Wivenhoe? What are we expecting from both teams?
Well, follow Halstead down then, local side. I think they need to get promoted this year.
Right.
Last couple of years have been quite close. Obviously, it's been null and void, but I think it was the 18-19 season with hashtag they should have got promoted but didn't. They've got quite a solid squad, a few new signings, and I think if they can win tonight, they got a good win on Saturday against Newbury. I think that can put them in really good form, ready. Sorry. To potentially get promoted. Sorry, it's just there we go. But yeah, no, with Wivenhoe, I'm not too sure on. I know they were when they first come into the league, got relegated, didn't they? They weren't as strong as people thought. But to be fair to Gary Monett, he's done quite a decent job. So I reckon again they're probably looking for a higher position than last year. So yeah, this could potentially be two sides that probably want to get maybe top 8.
Right. Okay. Superb stuff. And as you say, from your perspective, has the goal been justified from a Withenow side of it? Do you think they've deserved it?
They've probably been more threatening going forward, but it's been a pretty even game, to be honest.
No, fair play, fair play. Spencer, love the update, my man. Keep those coming in throughout the evening. Dial in when you've got another update for me, yeah?
Will do, mate. Will do.
Fantastic. Cheers, my man. Cheers, my man. And we're going to bring in Dan now. Dan Snell, just remind me the game that you're at this evening, my man. Can you hear me, Dan? Oh, I might have to. Dan, if you can sign off and come back on, mate. You're on screen, but we can't hear. I think I'm not entirely sure if Dan can hear me. Dan, if he can sign off and come back on. That is absolutely brilliant. So we never change the way you go. Second half now starting here at Needham. Again, keep us updated on the goals that are coming in at the moment. Would be absolutely massively appreciated. Is this a new feature happening on match days? It's something we're trialing out, and if it goes quite well, and if people want to see this more often, then we will continue to do it. Hopefully, if we've got Adam here as well, that will make my life 10 times easier. Dan, how is your signal now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dan? No, we've lost Dan. I'm going to sign off, mate, and come back on. Shem, what is this? It's our version of Gillette Soccer Saturday, my friends. We're doing live updates as they go through on the screen, as and when goal highlights and etc. come in. Ben, it's Starling morphing into Stelling. Love that. Absolutely love that. So we have got another goal. Another goal has come in. Oh, let's see if Dan's now available. Dan, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, James.
Spot on, my man. Spot on. Just remind everybody the game that you're at tonight and what's been happening in your match.
So it's currently Mildenhall Town 0, Ely City 1. The goal was on about 12 minutes. It broke in the midfield, got played through to Jordan Foster. Josh Pope in the goal for Mildenhall came rushing out off his line, could only clear it into Jordan Foster's body. So he just had a simple tap in, and Ely 1-0 up.
Do you think has that been deserved on the run of play so far? Because if you kind of look at this game on paper, you would suspect that maybe Mildenhall would be the dominant of the two teams.
Yeah, since the goal, it's been all Ely, but the first 10 minutes, Mildenhall's Dan Brown had a goal disallowed for offside. The goal was a little bit against the run of play, but it's all Ely at the moment.
Do you think they need to kind of capitalise on that at the moment then? Do you reckon they need to go on and get a second one? Because you kind of expect that Mildenhall will come back at them at some point, don't you?
Yeah, Mildenhall has just had to scramble a couple of half chances away, so wouldn't be surprised if a second goal comes. But Mildenhall now on the attack right in front of me.
I'll stay with you for this. Anything come off the attack?
Corner. I had a clear view. Should be a goal kick, but the referee's given a corner.
I'll tell you what, we'll stick with you, my man. We'll stick with you. There has been a goal in one of the other games that we are covering tonight, and that is
wide from the corner, still 1-0.
Still 1-0. Superb, Dan. Keep coming back to us with more updates, my man. That is absolutely massively appreciated. Cheers for that.
No problem.
Love it, man. Love it. I love this. This is absolutely brilliant. So we do have another goal that has gone in tonight. It has come at the game between March and Lakenheath, and I can reveal that it's actually Lakenheath away from home who have got themselves the goal. Let me bring some of these scores up onto my screen here just so you can see some of the other games that are going on at the moment. So Lakenheath are 1-0 up. Fantastic cross by Tommy to set up Maka for a tap-in. So the game between the two promoted teams, it is Lakenheath who are winning 1-0 away from home. against March Town. Some of the other score lines that are coming in as we speak. We've got just a little bit of an update, just a Norwich CBS update in their Twitter feed to say that Sheringham are currently 1-0 up. Burnham Ramblers are 1-0 up in their game. Adi Fumbi for the Ramblers. And there's another goal in the May and Baker match. Defensive lap allows the Frenford player free header into the box to equalise. It's 1-1. A more great play from us, according to Lakenheath, but Avo smashes into the side netting. Unlucky. So we've got a few more games to update. Let's just add those into our Vidiprinter graphics. So we had the Brentford game, which was now 1-1. We had Burnham Ramblers, who are 1-0 up against Coggeshall. And then we also had the Lakenheath game, which we have updated as well. So here across the Vidiprinter at the moment are all of the goals as they have come in. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Let's get some of more of your comments in. Shem, great strike for Brantham at the current game at Woodbridge. Is a cracking match. Shem, if you are able to dial in, my man, I'll message you on Twitter right now. If you are able to dial in and give us some updates on the game, so I'm just going to message your email address. Send a link for you to come on the show. There you go, Shem. I've emailed you. If you can provide me with your email address, mate, I'll send you over a link for the show, and we'll see if we can get you on. We'll see if we can get you on the show and give us a bit of an update about what's going on, because apparently it is a cracking game of football at your one. Ipswich Town, Needham have come out of this second half really strong, and they are now 3-0 up against Colchester. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Oh, we've got an equaliser. We've got an equaliser in one of our games in the Furlough None, and I'm going to bring the screen up so you can see the goal, and it is coming from the game at Mildenhall, and there it is, the equalising goal. Bit of a scramble in the box, and Mildenhall have equalised. So there we go, 1-1 against Ely. So let's update the banner once again. This is exactly how I want tonight to go. The goals coming in, you lot dialing into the show, being interactive in the chat. This is exactly what we're after. So let's go through all of the games. I tell you what, we've got potentially Dan now joining us. Dan, we've just shown the goal. Bit of a scrappy one from a corner, but they all count.
Oh, was it? It was the first goal I've ever recorded, I think.
Yes, I love that. I absolutely love that. You said that Ely were on top. They needed to make it, they needed to make it count. And from a corner, Mildenhall found themselves 1-1.
Yeah. And as a from a protest for the award of the corner, the Ely goalkeeper's just been sin-binned.
Really? Wow. Okay. So Ely are currently down to 10 men.
I think they are. Yeah. The referee seemed to forget the sin bin rule because he went back to restart the game, and then from 50 yards away, sent the goalkeeper to the dugout.
Brilliant. Absolutely. So Ely currently down to 10 men as we speak. Do you expect kind of Mildenhall to kind of really pile on the pressure in these next few minutes to see if I can try and get up to the seconds? Is that what's happening? Oh, I'm not sure. I think we might have lost Dan there.
Yeah, I'd say they've got to certainly pile some shots in, haven't they? See what this 10-minute goalkeeper's like.
Yes, yeah, 100%, 100%. Dan, appreciate the goal, appreciate the update. Keep coming back to us when you get more. Love that from Dan. Absolutely love that. We've got more goals coming in as we speak. So there has been another equaliser in one of the games that we are covering. Let me bring it back up onto my screen here. So it is an equalising goal for March Town. It's 1-1 in the game between March and Lakenheath. Ipswich are 1-0 up thanks to Jacob Lay from 30 yards. So Ipswich get their first goal of the campaign in the Furlough None South. We've also got a couple of other updates coming through from some of the other games as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Spencer, you're back.
Hi, James.
What's the
House
latest,
should
my
have
man?
equalised. Chris
Wow,
Harris.
okay.
Chris Harris has got the goal for the Humbugs.
Brilliant stuff. Was that? Do you think that goal was deserved?
They've been better since Wivenhoe have gone ahead, but again, it's been a pretty even game, to be honest. Wivenhoe, again, have probably on attack now. They've looked so much better going forward, and they've now got a corner. But yeah, it was a good finish. It was a good ball across the box, and because he is the best striker in the league, a clinical finish.
Best striker in the league. That's a
He
big
is.
claim.
He is. It's a big statement, but he is 100%.
Absolutely love that. So plenty of value for money with the game that you're at. Just let people know how much is the entry fee for the Furlough None South, in particular the game you're at tonight.
Housestead is £6 for adults and then £1 for under 18s or under 16s.
Well, so far you're not even at half time, and you've already seen 2 goals.
Wow,
that is value for money.
You can't mind too much of that. Non-league for you.
Definitely. Do you know some of the other score lines from some of the other games? Do you want me to see if I can try and update you?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have got from the Furlough None South. It is Burnham Ramblers. Oh, see if we can try and.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's fine. Absolutely superb. Love that. So Burnham Ramblers are 1-0 up against Coggeshall.
Yep.
We've got Ipswich Wanderers 1-0 up against Cornard. They're
probably favourites, ain't they, for the title as well, Ipswich?
I think so. They've got an unbelievably strong squad. It's also Frentford 1, May and Baker 1.
All right, yep.
And then you said it was your game was the Housestead Wivenhoe one, isn't it? 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 here.
Yep. And then we've got Warmley Rovers 1, Berkhurst Hill 0.
Oh, Buckhurst are losing, right? Okay.
Yeah. Is that a bit of a shock? Is that a bit of a shock, that one?
I quite like Buckhurst. I think they'll be quite a strong side this year.
Right.
So
right.
So yeah, I reckon that's a shock result so far. But again, Wormley beat Coggeshall on the weekend 4-1. So I don't know too much about them, but they look like they can be quite a strong force this season. But
brilliant.
No, cool.
Love that. Keep those updates coming in, my man. Absolutely superb. Brilliant stuff. Cheers, my man. We have got some of the other games going on in the Furlough None. Also, we've got loads of goals coming in at the moment. Let me bring you some of them on our screen here. So we actually have, Jesus Christ, there's loads of goals that have literally just come in the last few moments. I'm going to try and catch up with all of these as and when I can. So the first one, we have got an update from the game between March and Lakenheath, and Lakenheath have taken a 2-1 lead. So they were 1-0 ahead. The game then went to 1-1, an equaliser from March, and now Lakenheath are 2-1 up with 4 minutes ago. So we've maybe got about 15 minutes left to go in that game. It's now 2-0 to Newmarket in their home game against Long Melford. So Newmarket are now 2-0 up. Free kick on the edge of the box scored by player manager Michael Shin. And I'm hoping that we can get some goal highlights coming in from that particular one. Ipswich now 2-0 up. And guess who? It's Matt Blake. Of course, it's going to be Matt Blake. Brentford 1, May and Baker 2. So we've got another update from that game. Any other score lines that are coming in at the moment? Oh, here we go. We can see the free kick for Newmarket. Oh, into the bottom corner. Love that. Absolutely love that. And that was actually provided by Russell Claydon over on Twitter there. So make sure you go and give that man a follow. Any other updates so far? Bloomin' heck, what a game it is in March. March Town 2, Lakenheath 2. Jesus, I hope we have got somebody at that game. It's supposed to be bringing us a halftime update as the game goes on. 30-yard ball over the top of the fence, shoots, but rebound gets a knock in, and it's 2-0 to Wroxham against Thetford. So we'll bring the latest scores up on the screen there, and Spencer has come back in. Spencer, what have you got for us?
Yes, 2-1 Houston now. Jordan Pavitt with a brilliant finish from outside the box into the bottom right corner. That's how 2-1 to the Humbugs.
Jeez, so let me just edit this. So 2-1 to Halstead, yeah?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Jesus, wow, what a game you're watching, my man. 3 goals in the first half. Unbelievable stuff.
Brilliant
Again,
game. There is now an injury for the guy that has scored, Jordan Pavitt, but he looks like he should be okay to carry on. So all good going.
Happy days. Again, would you say it's deserved?
Again, it's been pretty even. So I say draw at the moment, but I'm happy they're 2-1 up. So
yeah, definitely. Love that, Spencer. Love that. Cheers for the update.
No worries.
Absolutely brilliant. Goals finding all over the place. I'm now going to put my email address into the chat, my man. As I said, email me afterwards. There we go. Apparently, the game between Needham and Colchester's under 23s is almost 4-0 in that game. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Let's see if we can try and get some other. We've got a goal highlight from the Wroxham game. Let's bring that up on the screen. This is superb. And this is coming in from Lee Simons. So here's the goal for Wroxham. So ball out to the left. Back inside. This is good play from Wroxham. Really nice passing around. They seem quite comfortable on the ball. Ball over the top. Oh, good chest down. Oh, really good save. Let's just watch that last bit again. So great chest down. Really good save by the goalkeeper to begin with. Nobody else reacts, but the striker does. And it's 2-0. 2-0 to Wroxham. Jack, wow. Okay. Big scoreline coming in here. It is Kirkley and Patefield 1-0. Jack, if you are able to dial in, my man, if you can give me your email address, I'll send you a link and we'll try and get you onto the show if you're able to describe what is going on in that game. But it's Mulbarton 0, Kirkley and Pakefield 1. So some might say it's a bit of a shock scoreline. It's probably about an even game between those two teams. But yeah, Kirkley and Pakefield are 1-0 up. They take the advantage in that game. There's been an opportunity at the Sheringham Norwich CBS game, and Sheringham have had a chance. Devlin has hit the post, and neither Carey or Atri can convert the rebound. It is still 1-0 to Sheringham on the night, but a big opportunity for them to increase their lead. Do we have any other goals that are coming in at the moment? Let me just see. We have got yes, Burnham Ramblers are now 2-0 up against Coggeshall. That's an update that's coming in as well. And I think that will then bring us up to date with everything. I don't think there are any other updates coming in. No, we are all up to date. We're all up to date. Not much pressure coming so far. Too easy to play that ball over the top. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, Wroxham seemed very comfortable passing that ball around. It was a good ball over. The chest down was brilliant. But nobody there on the rebound other than the person who had the shot. Maybe from a defensive side of things, could things be done a little bit better? Who knows? But yeah, no one else reacted to it. It was a great save from the goalkeeper to begin with, and what looked like quite a simple tap in to make it 2-0. And you would probably have to say it's going to take something pretty miraculous from Thetford to try and turn that game around. We do have the fourth goal in the Needham versus Colchester match. Needham 4, Colchester 0 came from a goalkeeper slip. So there we go. So Needham are now 4-0 up in their game. Jack couldn't make it tonight due to work receiving updates. Mix up in defence punished Kirkley's first chance of the game. Unfortunately, sometimes that is all it takes. You're on top of the game. One little bit of a mix up and you're 1-0 down. You just know that Kirkley are going to dig in. They're going to absolutely dig in deep for that one. Now. So we've had. I've got a couple of updates from the Ipswich game, actually. So we've got fantastic debut goal for Jacob Blade to put Wanderers 1-0 up against Cornard. Apparently, it was a really good goal from about 30 yards out. And we just had Blakey 2-0 up as well. The sin bin is now over in the Mildenhall versus Ely game. So both teams are back up to 11 each, and the game is still 1-1. Any other updates that are coming in? As well. Any other updates? I don't think so at the moment. Let me just refresh my page and see if we've got any other updates coming in. Oh, Norwich CBS have just hit the crossbar apparently in their game. So opportunity to make it 1-1, but they've hit the bar. The goal for Needham, Tom Maycock beats the goalkeeper down the left-hand side, then races through towards the open goal before tapping into an empty net from close range. So yeah, following up what Ipswich said in the comment section there, came from a goalkeeper's mistake. And so far, that is all she wrote. Let's have a look at some of these score lines that are going across the bottom. So it's Fakenham 0, Norwich United 0. It's Hadley 1-1 against Witton. Kirkley and Patefield 1-0 up, as we discussed, against Mulbarson. We've got a brilliant game. March 2-2 against Lakenheath. Mildenhall 1, Ely 1. Dan's been providing us updates on that game as well. Newmarket 2-0 against Long Melford. Swaffham versus Galston is 0-0. Woodbridge 0, Brantham Athletic 1. Wroxham 2-0 up against Thetford. And thank you to Lee for the updates on that, my man. Furlough Nunn North now. Sheringham 1, Norwich CBS 0. And in the Furlough Nunn South, it's the Burnham Ramblers 2-0 up against Coggeshall. Ipswich Wanderers in their first game are 2-0 up against Cornard. Frentford 1, May and Baker 2. Halstead 2, Wivenhoe 1, which again, thank you very much to Spencer for all of the updates on that one. And Wormley Rovers 1, Birkhurst Hill 0. Completely different in this half. What do you mean by that? Completely different this half? Do you mean that Needham are kind of dominating the game? Let us know what's kind of going on in that one. We are approaching the half time. We've got 5 minutes left of the halves. So if you've got any other updates that are coming in, guys, let me know. It would be much appreciated. But 5 minutes till the half. And wow, we've got some big goals coming in the Furlough Nunn. This is a big goal. This is a very, very big goal. And I know we're only a couple of games into the season, but Fakenham are 1-0 up against Norwich United. Quality finish by the number 7. And that is by Jack Robinson. Great touch down the ball by Jarvis. Ball through to Jack just outside the box with his left foot right into the bottom corner. So Fakenham are winning 1-0 against Norwich United. And we've also got a goal. Jesus Christ, this game just keeps on giving. March 2, Lakenheath 3. What an unbelievable game that's taking place there. Yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's see if we can try and get some other updates in just a few moments. But let me just put those score lines into the chat right now. Christ above. What an unbelievable half of football. This has been brilliant to watch it and actually commentate on it as we're going through live. This has been really, really enjoyable. So we've got Fakenham 1-0 up against Norwich United. And as I said, we've got March 2, Lakenheath 3. There we go. Latest score lines from the Furlough None across the video printer at the bottom of your screen there. Wow, there's been there's been another goal. There's been another goal. Let's bring it up on the screen here. Wow, unbelievable stuff. And it has come from the game at Hadley. They are now 2-1 up against Whitton United. Great play out on the right-hand side for Sam Sharp. Floats across to the near post for Max Donnell to nod in from 6 yards. 2-1 to the home side. So Hadley are winning 2-1 against Whitton United. And we'll see if we can try and get Adam to give us sort of any updates on that game as it is happening this evening. I've also just had another message coming through about the game that is taking place at Ipswich Wanderers. They are 3-0 up against Cornard United. It is Jacob Lay once again. That guy should not be playing at that level of football. He is too good, and that is proving to be the case. 3-0 to Ipswich Wanderers against Cornard United. Jacob Lay with the goal. I've just been told it's a very feisty game between both Cornard and Ipswich, even though the scoreline doesn't suggest so. Love. Apparently, there are a lot of crunching tackles going in that game. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm just going to see whether or not I can get any. I'm just going to go onto Russell's Twitter page because he had the goal. He had the first goal up on his page. No, he's only recorded the free kick highlights. He's just providing updates on the game because he's at that one at the moment. But it's a shame. I was hoping that maybe there was the footage for the first goal in there as well. So yeah, we've got. Let's see if we can get any other updates that are going on at the moment. A weird goal as Hawley hits the bar and it drops down for Avo. That's just an update from the Lakenheath game. So we've got Ipswich 3-0 up against Cornard. There's a yellow card in the game for one of the Hadley players, Glover, for an unfair challenge in that one. And we've got also a yellow card for one of the Fakenham players. I believe it's Jarvis who set up the goal for the first one, is also on a yellow card as well. So yeah, lots and lots of updates going on as well. And we've also got Sharp for Hadley United has been booked for kicking the ball away. So a few Hadley players starting to go into the book now. So maybe something could happen in that game, that maybe there's a red card on the horizon. Who knows? We will wait to see on that one. But at the moment, oh wow, just as I was about to say, there's not been an awful lot going on in the last few minutes. We have another goal coming in from the Furlough None South, and it is coming the way of Burnham Ramblers. They are 3-0 up in their game against Coggeshall. I'll ask for Spencer's opinion on that as and when we speak to Spencer next to see whether or not that is a shock result from there. But they are now 3-0 up in their game. I think there's been another goal. Look at this goal for Norwich United from the left-hand side of the box post, and it won't stop the ghosts, though. It's 1-1 in that game. So we've got another goal. 1-1 between Fakenham and Norwich United updating that score along the video printer. But wow, this is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There's so many goals going in at the moment. We've got so we've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 11, 13, 13, 15, 16. We've got 18 goals in the Furlough None Prem already in this first half of action. If you saw some of these score lines from the Furlough None Prem and you said that's the full-time results, you'd be, wow, that's a really good game of football. This is all first half action. It's been absolutely brilliant, which has been spectacular for me to be able to cover. Absolutely superb. As I said, we are very close to half time in all of our games now. We should start seeing some half-time score lines coming in, and then hopefully we'll have some more of our contributors coming in to give us a bit of an update on what is going on at their various different games. Sorry, everybody. Let me just, I'm going to try and absolutely down this coffee that I made earlier on. Give me a few seconds, everybody. I'll drink it slowly. So yeah, a few other, any other updates coming in as we speak before the halftime, before the halftime whistle comes in. I think at the moment, that is all she wrote. It's a curling effort from Lenny Blythe on his debut for Norwich United. So Lenny Blythe with the equaliser for Norwich United on the 44th minute. So literally right before half time, equalising for them, the perfect time. It's now half time in the Mildenhall game, 1-1 against Ely, all to play in the second half, according to the Mildenhall Twitter feed. And I think Dan might dial in a moment. I will wait and see on that one. Half time in some of the other games, it's Woodbridge 0, Brantham Athletic 1. It's Frentford 1, May and Baker 2. Half time at Burnham Ramblers as they are winning 3-0 against Coggeshall. Lots of halftime scores coming in now as we speak. So yeah, I would expect some of our contributors to get in contact very soon. I'm just going to send over. I did promise. Absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. People are the fact that people are tagging us in. With some of their score lines that are going on at the moment. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. What I was supposed to be sending. Lee, if I'm sending this to you for the second time, my man, I do apologize, but I'm sending you the link to the show again because I'm not entirely sure if I've already sent it to you. So any other score lines that are coming in? Let's see if we can try and get. I think there's been another goal. There has. There's been quite a few late last minute goals. Let's bring them up on the screen here. I'm sorry, I'm just checking my Twitter feed as I'm going through all of this stuff as well. This is unbelievable. We've got Newmarket are now 3-0 up against Long Melford. So another goal in the Newmarket game. As I said, they are now 3-0 up. And there has also been another goal. It's Fakenham. They're winning 2-1 against Norwich United. Unbelievable. 2 late goals in the Furlough None Prem. As I said, Fakenham, just when you think Norwich United have got their equaliser, Fakenham are ahead in that game once again. I'm going to stop rambling because we've got a few of our contributors who are now going to join us on the screen here. I've got Kelly and we've got Chris as well. We're going to bring you guys on first of all. Welcome to the show. Thanks very much for joining us. Talk to me about the game you're at. What's happening? You sound like you've got quite a game on.
Yeah, good first half. Wanderers 3-0 up. 2 debut goals for Jacob Lay and a nice one from Blakey, capitalising on a keeper's mistake.
So talk to me about Jacob Lay, because I said just a moment ago on the screen here, he's far too good for that level of football. Is he playing as good as what I'm talking about?
He's a live wire. He's looking nice. We're certainly expecting good things from him this season.
Yeah,
causing lots of problems on the pitch, but we like it.
Yeah, no, I bet you guys do. I'm sure they're not enjoying it.
No,
Kelly,
I don't think they are much.
You mentioned to me about some of the action that was going on in that game. You said it was quite a feisty game from what you're saying. Has there been quite a few challenges going in?
Yeah, so I think there's been a few dummies thrown out of the pram and quite a lot of sort of crunching tackles going in. They've had one of their players booked for a tackle on Danny Cunningham, which, as you can imagine, didn't go down very well.
If I know Dev, no, I can't imagine it would have done.
No, but yeah, there's just mad tackles flying in everywhere at the moment. Well, towards the end of the first half, it was pretty crazy. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, having missed the game on Saturday, obviously with it being postponed, just how good is it just to be back out there and watching your team in competitive football?
Definitely, we're ready for this.
Yeah, it feels amazing just to be back and watching league football again.
Yeah, and the boys are delivering, which is the most important thing from you guys. Anyway,
we've had a good pre-season, to be fair. So it's looking good for the season coming up. But to have missed Saturday's game, everyone was chomping at the bit, and then it was just taken, a couple of days beforehand. It's sort of real disappointment. But to come here and have a 3-0 half-time lead, you can't sort of ask for more than that at the moment. Well, that's one or two have. I mean, Leon, I think, said.
Yeah.
Well, could be 5, but no.
Well,
can't argue with that.
The Cornard result on the weekend, they lost 5-0, so you've got that to kind of aim towards in the second half. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe you can make it happen.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last goal yet.
No, I think there's plenty more to come in the second half.
Fantastic. Well, I'll leave you to enjoy your halftime refreshments. I can already see your drink, your drink on there, Chris. Absolutely love that. Keep those score lines and those updates coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Love it.
No worries at all. I'll try and get the chairman on at the end.
Keep you updated with all the goals from the second half.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much, guys. I'll speak to you in the second half.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye. Dan, thanks so much for waiting, my man. I hope you're still there. Sum up your game. Dan, are you there? Might have to try and drop you out, Dan. See if you can come back on, mate, because I think the signal's a little bit dodgy there. Yeah, nice to see my former team are losing to Hadley. Says Ipswich on here. We've got Ben, you've got Blake, you've got Dev, Blakey, and Ton on the pitch. I'm not surprised. It's a bit hot-headed. Wow. Adam.
Hello.
My man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Just bear with us.
How is your game? Are you able to talk at the moment, or are you not in a...
Yeah. It's now half time. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, absolutely loud and clear, mate. I hope you can hear me. Your game 2-1 to Hadley. A few yellow cards flying in towards the end of that second half. What's the first half been like?
A bit frantic. I mean, within the first 8 minutes, it was 1-1. Shortly followed by a missed penalty from Witten.
Oh wow!
So yeah, there's been quite a lot happen, to be honest. The ref's having a bit of a stinker, and it's not being made easy by the fact that there's a lot going on. Let's say, there's a lot going on in the game. A lot of challenges flying in. It's been fairly aggressive.
The Hadley Twitter feed has been complaining about a few of the yellow cards that have gone the way of their boys for kicking the ball away and for stupid things. Is it?
Yeah. It's both teams are getting it as bad as each other. But at the end of the day, if you kick a ball away, you are going to probably end up getting booked, aren't you?
Yeah.
So one of the Witten players just got booked for challenge in my eyes. He won the ball. He went in quite hard, but he won the ball. But yeah, it's going both ways. The ref's getting a lot of players in his face, and I feel like he may have lost his head a little bit with everything that's going on. But to be honest, other than the goals, there hasn't been much in the way of shots on target. Not too much to do. Hadley have caused more problems in the box, playing long diagonal balls. Pitch here is very long, so the ball's just holding up when it lands. But Witten haven't really exploited the middle, which they need to do, I think, to actually get anywhere. So, yeah, it's an interesting game.
Do you think the scoreline's deserved from what you've seen?
Probably just like
take it with hat off.
No, taking that off anyway. It's a frantic game. It's a really interesting one. But you know, the managers are on the refs' back, the players are on the refs' back, the crowd is on the refs' back. It's all over the place. How it will end up, I don't know. There'll be changes second half. I'm just seeing some of the half-time results from other games. Couple of odd ones in there.
Yeah, definitely.
How's the evening been so far?
It's been good. I'm going to bring Dan in at the same time because Dan's been covering the game at Mildenhall versus Ely. Dan, can you hear me now?
Down there that weren't corner.
Oh, Dan?
Oh yeah, sorry. That one definitely weren't the corner.
I don't.
That's right.
I don't know if Dan realises he's live, does he?
Dan, are
Well,
you
we're
there,
just
mate?
predicting what's next: the red card or the penalty. Right.
Dan, are you there? Can
Dan!
you hear us?
Dan!
I'll wind a lino up here.
Dan!
Wind a lino up here.
I'm going to drop him out.
Drop him out.
He can't hear a word we're saying. So have you seen some of the other score lines that are going on?
No, I've been filming for the whole game, so I'm just looking at the bottom here. March 2, Lakenheath 3 is a bit of a lively one.
It's been brilliant. Lakenheath were 1-0 up, then 1-1, then 2-1 ahead, then 2-2, and now they're 3-2 up. It's been a brilliant game. Really, really has. Yeah.
A lot of the others going the way I thought they would do, other than Norwich United doesn't look how I thought. What are Wanderers doing?
Wanderers are winning 3-0.
Flipping Burnham Ramblers smashing it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're going to be a team to watch out for, aren't they?
Yeah, Ipswich winning 3-0. Jacob Lay's got 2 of the goals. Obviously, former Durham player. We've seen him at Witten a few times.
Yeah, good player.
Dan,
I can hear you.
You can hear us. Superb, mate. What's been going on in your game? What happened towards the end of the second half, then? I don't know what's going on with this. Dan, can you hear us? No, we've lost him. We've lost him again.
Snelly Vision isn't going too well tonight.
No, we've lost him. But what has been really good, and I think you'll like this as well, the amount of updates that we're getting from people this evening has been really, really good. We're getting goal highlights that have been sent in to us from various different clubs. We're getting loads of different footage set in, different people joining in with the live shows as and when.
I've just looked at the comment streams, absolutely mad. So
yeah,
good.
It's going really well. In fact, I'll tell you what, mate. Whilst you're here, I'll show you the third goal, and I'll show the rest of the audience here as well. The third goal in the Wroxham versus Thetford game. Let me just bring it onto the screen here.
Oh, that ball.
So win the ball back in the middle. I think this is going to be the counter attack here. Good finish.
Yeah, I love that.
Good finish.
Decent.
So there we go. 3-0. 3-0. So,
well, I'll probably need to get back to filming. Yeah, I was just saying, I'll probably need to get back to filming second half. But I'm expecting the game to continue very much in the same vein as what I've watched. I couldn't call this, to be honest, at the minute.
Right. Okay. No worries. If you can give us any updates during the game, that'd be much appreciated. But Twitter's kind of going mad tonight anyway. So
are you staying on post game?
Yeah,
I
I'll
can
stay on
come
for
on
them.
post game and do a 5 minute roundup at post game. I think.
Superb.
I'm glad they've actually put the floodlights on here because it's getting to the stage where we're going to need to light the ball up. So.
Jack says, Adam, you should replace Paul Merson on Soccer Saturday.
Merce. I don't know about that. I need to get a bit more confident at outside broadcasting, but this seems to be working all right. So
Yeah,
I'll,
mate, honestly, it's absolutely superb. Really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, get back to your game, enjoy the second half, and we'll see what happens with the game.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
See you later, my man. See
Bye.
you later. Love that. Absolutely love that. Shane on ref's back. Never, says Fergus. Yeah, brilliant. So let's see if we can try and get. I think some of the games are now starting off in the second half as well. So we've got. Let's have a look. God, Jesus, loads of notifications coming through. Any other games that are going on at the moment? Just getting updates on some of the score lines in my DMs, which is great as well. And I think, as I said, a load of our games are now restarting for the second half. So hopefully over the next few minutes, we will start to see possibly some more goals coming in. But again, just to give you all a bit of an update in terms of the score lines as we stand at the moment. As I said, it is Fakenham 2, Norwich United 1, Hadley 2, Witton 1, Kirkley and Patefield 1, Mulbarton 0. We've got Marchtown 2, Lakenheath 3. It's Mildenhall 1-1 against Ely, and hopefully if we can get Dan back on at some point during the second half, we'll hear what's going on in that one as well. We've got Newmarket 3-0 up against Long Melford, Swaffham 0, Galston 0, Woodbridge is 0, Woodbridge 0, Brantham 1, Wroxham 2-0 up against Thetford, and we've got in the Furlong North Sheringham 1, Norwich CBS 0. It's Furlong South, it's Burnham Ramblers 3-0 up against Coggeshall, Ipswich are 3-0 up against Cornard, Frentford 1, Mayham Baker 2. We've got Housestead 2, Wivenhoe 1, and Warmley Rovers 1, Berkhurst Hill 0. So they are all of this is all of the score lines as we know it, and a load of our games are kicking off. The Lakenheath one is now kicking off. Fakenham are now into the second half as well. Mulbarton game's now kicking off. The Kirkley and Patefield one is as well. Second half started between Mildenhall. Swaffham versus Galston is still 0-0. We need a goal in that game to really kickstart it. Got a bit of an update from the Colchester one. This is what I mean that Needham are hard to predict. They lose heavily against Bury or whoever it was, then they win heavily against Colchester. The full-time score has come in. Colchester lost. The Colchester under-23s lost to Needham 4-0 in the end. So 4-0 scoreline for Needham coming in from that game. Yeah, I'd love for you guys to get involved in the comment section about what is going on. Love that. I think we might have a bit of an update about what's going on. There's been a third goal in the Mildenhall versus Ely game. I'm going to see if I can bring it up on the screen for you. There's been a third goal. Here we go. And I think this is Mildenhall about to take the free kick. Was that a goal? I'm not sure if that was a goal. Oh, that's not the goal. He sent me the wrong clip. Absolutely brilliant that. Absolutely brilliant that from Dan. Superb. We'll get the goal in a few moments. But yes, there has been a goal and it goes the way of Mildenhall. They are 2-1 up against Ely now. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Mildenhall 2-1 up. Incredible stuff. Let me just see if we can try and update the scoreline here. Here we go. Mildenhall 2, Ely 1. So from Ely being 1-0 up early on in the game, very early on in the game actually, it is now 2-1 to Mildenhall. I'm literally just waiting for the goal to come through from Dan. I'm sure he's got it in his videos there on his phone, and we can get the goal. Here we go. He sent it in now. Right, let's get it back up on the screen here for all of you guys to see. So this is the goal in the game. So again, coming from another corner here. Nobody picked him up at the back post there. Dan.
Was that
corner.
the proper goal?
Yes, that was the goal. Another set piece in your game. Talk us through it.
Yeah, well, as you just saw, a scramble to the back post. Tanakel turned on it and then hit it through 2 or 3 bodies into the net. Since then, Ely have equalised as well, so it's 2-2 here now, only 8 minutes into the second half.
Bloody hell. Wow. What a game you're at. Jesus Christ. So talk us through the Ely goal. Have you, did you manage to get to see what happened in that?
The right back just strode forward, to be honest, and just had a dig, and it went in the bottom left-hand corner.
Wow, simple as that. Sounds like you're at an absolutely brilliant game.
I think there'll be more goals as well.
Really? So who's kind of coming out on top of in this second half at the moment? Has it been one team in the ascendancy, or has it been kind of a bit even?
It's pretty even at the moment. It's quite end to end.
Right. Brilliant stuff. So update there from the game at Mildenhall.
What's the referee going to do now?
Oh, what's happening?
I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Brilliant stuff.
Free
Mildenhall 2,
kick.
Ely 2. Who's the free kick to?
2-2.
Right.
Mildenhall just inside their own half.
Okay. Let's see if anything comes from it.
Cross comes in. Cleared away.
Brilliant stuff. And Dan, just to give you a goal update from one of the other games that are going on in this league, Fakenham are now 3-1 up against Norwich United.
Fair play.
Yeah, definitely. Dan, appreciate the update, my man. Keep them coming in.
Cleared away then. Okay, no problem.
See you, mate. See ya. So 2-2 in that game. And as I said, there are plenty of goals coming in. Let's bring them up on the screen here. First of all, we have got the update from the Brentford game. Penalty awarded to May and Bakers, and it is now 3-1 to May and Bakers. Let's bring that scoreline up on the screen here. So there it is, 3-1 there. Some other goals coming in as well. As I said, Fakenham are now 3-1 up against Norwich United. And it is now 4-0 to Wroxham against Thetford. When did the third goal go in? Have I missed a goal? When did that happen? I don't know whether or not they've made a mistake on there. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it is now 4-0 to Wroxham. And we have got Spencer joining us once again. How are you, my man? What's going on in your game?
It's now 3-1 ousted. It's a penalty. I sent it to you on Twitter. Jordan Blackwell. Chris Harris won it. Like I said earlier, best striker in the league. Pressure. Won it off his man. He fouled him in the box. It's definite penalty. And it's now 3-1 to Halstead early in the second half.
Hey, what? Let's see if we can bring that up on the screen here. Whilst I've got you.
Decent penalty as well.
Let's have a look. Here it is. Here's the penalty then. Oh, good penalty.
Jordan Blackwell, new signing. Two in 2 games.
Absolutely love that. Superb stuff. Would you say, obviously they're now 3-1 up, would you say that's kind of maybe game, set and match, do you think? Or is it still wide open?
It should be, but with no goal in the next 15 minutes. Oh, what? All right. Free kick now to House on the edge of the box. But yeah, like I said, if Wivenhoe can get one in the next 15 minutes, you never know. But I think it's from a Housing perspective, it should be game over now.
Brilliant. Well, I'll let you go, my man. If you can get any footage of that, that'll be absolutely fantastic. If you get any footage of free kick, I'll let you go.
Yeah, I will
Cheers.
do. I will do.
Cheers. Love that. Absolutely love that from Spencer. We'll see if there's another goal in that game. And we can actually now bring you the footage of the fourth goal in the Wroxham game. I think I've missed a goal here somewhere because I said they are now 4-0 up. So here's the goal. Oh, keeper does well. Once again, keeper does well, makes a really, really good save, and then just nobody there to kind of help him out from a defensive perspective. Oh yeah, no, we did have, it was 3-0. I just forgot to update these score lines there. So there we go. As I said, a lot of big score lines coming in now throughout the leagues. Let's see if we can do a bit of a refresh on the screen here. So yeah, 3-1 now to Halstead against Wivenhoe. We've got the game, which, as I said, Wroxham are now 4-0 up against Thetford. And that is it so far. Other games are just bringing us in a few updates in terms of chances, but not really any other news to kind of go from at the moment. So, as I said, some big games going on. Let me just see if I've got all of those scorelines correct on there. Halstead, yep. All the other games, 4-0, 0-1, 3-0, 2-2. Yep, all the other games are as they are. So, yeah, Fakenham 3-1 against Norwich. It's Hadley 2, Witton United 1. It's Kirkley and Patefield 1, Mulbarton 0. Marchtown 2, Lakenheath 3, Mildenhall 2, all against Ely. Newmarket 3-0. And I'm going to be interrupted because Spencer is back in. Spencer, what have you got for me?
The free kick that I left you on has gone in. It's now 4-1 Halstead. I've sent it to you on Twitter.
Oh, brilliant. Let's get it off on the screen.
And it's that man again, Chris Harris. He's now got a goal. He's won the penalty. No, it's his second goal of the night. Keeper probably should have done better.
Yeah.
It's now 4-1. That should be game over now.
Yeah,
so.
100%. Wow, absolutely unbelievable. Love these updates, my man. This is absolutely superb. So yeah, 4-1.
No worries. I'll try and get some more footage of you if House get any more chances.
Brilliant stuff. Love that. Yeah, 4-1 in your game. Appreciate you sending them in.
No worries, mate. No worries.
Nice one. Cheers, Spencer. Absolutely brilliant. So 4-1 now to Halstead in their game against Wivenhoe. A good free kick, but yeah, Spencer's probably right. Maybe the goalkeeper should be doing a little bit better from that. But yeah, that is now 4-1 in that game. Any other updates? Going on at the moment? I think that is it. Let me just see if I've got any other updates on this one. So we've got a few updates going on from the Sheringham game. Apparently, they have been the better team against Norwich CBS, according to my source at that particular game. So we'll wait to see any other updates that are going on. So yeah, at the moment, they are all of the score lines. Let's see if we've got anything else. Wow. Okay. We have got a red card in one of the games that is going on at the moment. Just see if there's any other updates from any of the other score lines. Yes, we have. We've got quite a few updates, actually. So we've got an update from the Furlough Nunn South. It's in the Burnham Ramblers game. Coggeshall have managed to pull a goal back. It is now 3-1 to Burnham Ramblers. And we can, if we scroll up here, we can see it's now Witton who are down to 10 men. They're 2-1 down and they are now a man down. 47th minute. a red card. Adam did say that he's getting a bit feisty, and potentially we might see that. But there it is. So as I said, Witten rather, are now down to 10 men. If we refresh the page, see if there's any other updates that are going on at the moment. There's another goal. Brentford have pulled a goal back. So it's now 2-3 in that game against May and Baker. So we've got another goal that's coming in there, and the video printer's now been updated. We have another goal going on in that game. Let's see if we can just try and refresh it and see if anything else comes up. No, that is literally it. A bit of an update from Wivenhoe. It says on here, it's all gone Pete Tong for Wivenhoe Town. Free kick conceded 25 yards out, dead centre. Harris takes it. It takes a deflection that takes it past the goalkeeper, in off the post. Halstead heading for 2 wins from 2, but Dragons will be scratching their heads, and they are 4-1 down to Halstead Town. So some brilliant score lines coming in across the furlough none. I did say before the season even kicked off that this year there are going to be some absolutely mad results coming through, and I fully anticipate there's going to be even more twists and turns to some of these score lines at the moment. And I believe there has been another goal in one of the games that we're covering. Let's just see if we can try and refresh it. I think if what is coming up on my Twitter timeline is correct, Wroxham are now 5-0 up against Thetford. It's an absolute hammering in Norfolk for Thetford. As I said, it is now 5-0 to Wroxham. I'm sure Lee is going to be sending us in footage of that goal very shortly. And literally, just as I speak, he sent over the 5th goal. Let's get this up on the screen here. And here it is. This is the 5th goal for Wroxham. So another ball played out, simple ball over the top. Oh, it's an own goal. Own goal. So let's watch this again. So goalkeeper plays it out from the back. They play it into midfield here. The ball clipped over the top. He takes the touch to keep it ahead of his marker there, tries to put the ball across for his strike partner, and the defender inadvertently taps it in to the back of the net. And as I said, that is now 5-0 to Wroxham in their game against Thetford. Spencer, another update. What's happened?
Yeah, it's now 4-2. Wivenhoe got one back. Brad Morgan, I've got the goal and I've sent it to you on Twitter as well.
Fantastic.
Guy wins it in midfield, lays it off to him. It's a lovely finish, to be fair. So, is there a comeback? I don't know. We've still got a good 25 minutes to go, I reckon.
Game on. Let's have a look.
Is it a goal here?
Nice tap in there. So you're saying it's all kind of been, that goal was all work from the midfield, was it?
Well, the guy, I think it's the number 8, wins it, Billy Coe in midfield, and lays it off to Brad Morgan, who then goes through and slots it away nicely, to be fair. So, yeah, but House is pretty comfortable, to be honest. But again, they've won it again. But House has given away a ball now and then a few times. But no, it should still be game over. But I think that's a bit of a lifeline for Wivenhoe a little bit.
Yeah, just need to kind of maybe tighten things up there a little bit in the middle, because you don't want another. That's all it takes is another goal, and this can.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all it takes. One more Wivenhoe goal, and it's going back on. But no, at the moment, House are pretty comfortable. Nice. But
yeah, fantastic stuff. Honestly, can't say thank you enough for the scorelines you're bringing in, man. Keep them coming in.
All right, I feel bad. I'm coming in every 2 minutes at the moment. It's ridiculous.
Do not apologise for that. To keep them coming in. This is exactly what I'm after. Superb stuff.
I will do.
Cheers, Spencer. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Any other score lines that we've got coming in at the moment? Let's see if we can try and get some other games up on the screen here. So let's see if we can just scroll down a little bit and find out what is going on. So I said we now know that the Wroxham game is 5-0. That game, we've seen the goal highlight sent in by Lee. Absolutely love that. Hadley have just had a chance. Can't make a clean contact on it, and it goes over the bar. March Town have nearly equalised in their game against Lakenheath. Beckwith with a good save on there. We know about the Halstead game. Spencer's provided us with an update on there. Any other updates coming in at the moment? No. Looks like those score lines are where we are. Silly Billy has said, please, can you look at the score of Norwich versus Gillingham? Do I want to? Oh, God. Here we go. Norwich versus Gillingham. What is the score? Oh, okay. 2-0. 2-0 to Norwich. I thought when you said that it was going to be something really bad there. But yeah, Lise Malou has scored. Love that. And Adam Ida has scored as well. 2-0 up against Gillingham. Fair play. I tell you what, that's a hell of a goal from Lise Malou. Give that video a like. I'm not sure if I can play that goal. I don't really want to get a copy strike from the football club. But yeah, that is absolutely superb. Any other goals or score lines or any other updates coming in from the games that we have at the moment? Anything from Russell Claydon? Let's see if we can go over onto his Twitter feed and see if there's any other games that are going on. Nope. 65 minutes in, he's saying that Newmarket are 3-0 up, looking very comfortable, still in a very commanding lead. Not an awful lot going on in the second half. They tend to be controlling the game. So I said Newmarket are still 3-0 up. Ben, we don't want Norwich. Yeah, I know you don't. But there we go. Oh, we've got a couple of goals coming in. Is this a comeback? Is this a comeback? Let's have a look. I doubt it. But it's 5-1 now in the game for Wroxham and Thetford. There's been a goal on the 62nd minute. And there is also a goal for Mildenhall. They appear to be 3-2 up. Dan, what's happening in your game?
3-2. Mildenhall have bought on Scott Chaplin and Natty Stewart. That was Scott Chaplin crossed the ball over. Dan Brown headed it in from 7-8 yards out. 3-2.
Fantastic. Do you think they deserve that goal? Has it come against the run of play?
No, it's been pretty even, but Tanner Cole just raced through, looked like he was going to shoot and then completely tripped over the ball. So yeah, I think we're in for an interesting last 20.
So 20 minutes left, and as you said, it's now 3. You said 3-2 to Mildenhall, yeah?
Yeah, Mildenhall 3, Ely 2.
Fantastic stuff. We've had a couple of other goals that have gone in at the moment. Swaffham 0, Galston 1. That's literally just come in within the last 30 seconds. So Galston are 1-0 up. And also 10 men of Witton United. They've equalised against Hadley. Unbelievable. Let's get these goals up on the screen here. Let's show you what's going on across the leagues, across the county. Let's have a look. So yeah, Galston 1-0 up. It appears to be an own goal. But Galston are 1-0 up in the Norfolk Derby against Swaffham. And we also have here is the goal from Lee. Let's see this goal. This is Thetford's consolation goal, should we say? Cutting in, great play. Fair play, good goal. That's a very, very good goal all round. I love that. Got a lot of time for that. That's a really, really good finish on that. Really smart link-up play between the front three there. That's really, really good. But yeah, an own goal in the game at Galston makes it 1-0. And there it is, the equaliser for Witten. Far post header makes it 2-2 in that game as well. Absolutely unbelievable. Fair play to Witten. It could have quite easily crumbled, but they didn't. And they are now 2-2 in their game. Any other updates we've got coming on at the moment? No, that appears to be it. So here we go. Yeah, come on, Witten. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. They've like I said, gone down to 10 men. Could have quite easily crumbled, and they haven't. They've appear to be well, doing quite well in that game, and definitely well in it. So let's have a look. Some of the let's go through all of the score lines that we have currently at the moment. So it's Fakenham 3, Norwich United 1. It's now Hadley and Witten 2-2. Kirkley and Patefield, it is 1-0 against Mulbarton. March and Lakenheath appear to have calmed down in the goal fest. It's still 3-2 to Lakenheath. Mildenhall 3-2 against Ely. Plenty of goals still to come in that. Newmarket 3, Long Melford 0. We've finally got a goal in the game at Swaffham, and Galston are 1-0 up in there. Bramtham are still 1-0 up against Woodbridge, and Wroxham 5, Thetford 1. In the Furlough Nunn North, it's still 1-0 to Sheringham against Norwich CBS. I expect Norwich CBS to come back in that game, but we shall see. In the Furlough Nunn South, Burnham Ramblers 3-1 up against Coggeshall. Ipswich Wanderers still 3-0. We haven't had any updates from them in the second half, and we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the game. Frentford 2, May and Baker 3, Halstead 4, Wivenhoe 2, and Wormley Rovers 1, Buckhurst Hill 0. So lots and lots of goals still happening in the second half of these games. And we've just had confirmation of a yellow card for one of the Hadley players now. So they're now on 3 yellow cards in that game. And according to this, it's Christy Finch who's actually got the goal for Galston. It's not an own goal as what has been previously reported. Aren't Needham reserves playing tonight? I don't know. I don't think so. Let me just double check. I don't think they are. I think, if I'm being honest, from what I remember, it is there's only the one game going on in the Furlough Nunn North tonight. Let me just triple check that for you. So Furlough Nunn fixtures. Yeah, there's only the one game going on in the Furlough Nunn North midweek at the moment. The next set of games for everybody is on the weekend. So only the one game, which is Norwich CBS away from home at Sheringham. So the reserves are not playing. Although what I have just seen coming up on my timeline is one of the, where is it? I just saw we've got highlights coming in. We're not really covering the game a huge amount, but let's bring the game up on the screen here. We've got Felixstowe against Ipswich under 18s. Let's bring the goal up onto the screen. Coming in from a corner. Not really cleared. Finish into the bottom corner there. And that game, as I said, it is Felixstowe. They are now 2-1 up against Ipswich Town's under 18s tonight. Yeah, I'm sure there have been other footage of the goals that have been coming in. But yeah, so that game is going on there. We have got another goal in the game at Kirkley and Patefield against Mulbarton. Is it an equaliser? Do we have game on? Or is it 2-0 to Kirkley and Patefield? I can reveal it's 2-0. Kirkley are 2-0 against Mulbarton. Probably have to say that game is, I would say, probably dead and buried now. I would say that game is probably done. Mulbarton have got 20 minutes to try and turn that game around and make anything from that game. But we'll see. I highly, highly doubt it. We've got a couple of substitutions going on for Norwich United in their game. They're trying to turn things around against Fakenham. Again, they've got just under 20 minutes to try and get themselves 2 goals to get anything from this game. Let's have a look. I think there might have been another goal in one of the games in the Furlough None South, but I'll confirm that in just a moment. But there has been a 6th goal at the game between March and Lakenheath. Again, have we got a game on, or is it game over? It's game on. It's 3-3 between March and Lakenheath. Oh my bloody God. What a game of football. 3-3 in that game. Absolutely incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible. I'm not sure why I'm out of focus there. There we go. So yeah, 3-3 in that game. Absolutely incredible stuff. Really, really good stuff here. Oh my God, I've just seen the scoreline coming in. I'm going to keep stum for a moment. I want to just try and get some other updates coming in, but oh my God, I've just said a scoreline, which is absolutely mad. Ben, you're going to like this one. So yeah, 3-3 between 3-3 between March and Lakenheath. And there has been a 5th goal at the game at Hadley, and it has gone the way of Witton. Witton have taken the lead. They are now 3-2 up. So 10 men of Witton. They were 2-1 down, remember. They've gone down to 10 men, and they are now winning this game 3-2. Should bring in a video printer like final score. If I had the production values to do that, my friends, I would do. I've got the video printer along the bottom, and that's about as best as I can do. But wow, Hadley, unbelievable. Hadley 2. Hadley 2. Witton 3. Oh my God. Yeah, come on, the Witton boys need to know the scorers. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for updates to come through, my man. I really am. Witton not having any updates on their Twitter feed. It's all coming from Hadley's Twitter. So if I can get any information about the scorers in that game, I will of course let you know. Any other goals that are coming in? There has been another goal in the Furlough None South. It is coming from the game between Warmley Rovers and Buckhurst, and it is now 2-1 to Buckhurst. Buckhurst Hill. It's now 2-1 in that game. I didn't even realize they'd equalized. That is absolutely shocking from me. Apologies, everybody. But yeah, that game is now 2-1. We have got 2 big goals coming in the Furlough None. Come on, Hadley, says it's Chan. Yeah, I know why you know. I know why you want that score. So yeah, we've had 2 other goals that have coming in from the Furlough None Premier, and these are big goals. We've got, it is now Swaffham 0, Galston 2. Let's just see who's got the goal again. It looks like Christy Finch has now scored 2 goals on the night. A little bit of contention about whether or not the first one counts towards him or whether or not it is an own goal. But Galston are now 2-0 up in the Norfolk Derby. And there is now a comeback goal. Here it is. I said Mulbarton have got to pull something big. And they have Ben Thompson, player manager. He's on the score sheet. It is now Kirkling Patefield 2. Mulbarton 1. That goal comes in on the 76th minute. They've still got 15 minutes left, or 12 minutes, depending on which Twitter feed you're going by. And it's 2-1 to Kirkley and Patefield. So a game on in that one. Amazing show, James. I'm sure it's a nightmare to manage, but you're doing it fantastically. Really appreciate that. It would be a lot easier if I had Adam here, but to be honest, I'm glad he's at a game covering something, and I'm keeping an eye on my boy on my phone at the entire time as well. So all of my battery Oh God, I think I moved the camera. So Jesus Christ, that's probably going to wake him now. So yeah, okay, it's chaos, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is how I want to be spending my nights. Ben Moore, Jacob is far too good for the Furlough Known South. Same with Dev and Ton and Blakey. Would love and a Suffolk non-league show with Ton and Blakey. Yeah, I agree on that one. We've got a few guests that we're trying to get lined up. Fergus, top man, keep going, Dad. Yeah, I put him down to sleep, and he's to be fair to him, he obviously knew that I had a live show. He went to sleep in rapid time. He was done and asleep within 10 minutes. So fair play to him. He gave me as much freedom as I possibly could to get this show all set up, all of the graphics done, everything all ready and raring to go. So yeah. But here we are. But yeah, I've really, really enjoyed tonight, and we've still got 15 minutes left of action to go. Plus, we're going to get reports from people coming in at full time as well. So we'll see what other people have to say as the scorelines come in. We've got a few more notifications coming through. It's just more people reacting to the goals that are coming in from the Roxon game, which is absolutely superb. James, Suffolk SIL show like this on Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't Saturday as I'm off to a christening, and I won't be back at the home at the house until probably around about 6-7 o'clock in the evening. But that is potentially something that we can do. It's going to be one of those things moving forward that I'm not always going to be available to go to certain games throughout the week now, whether or not it's midweek or whether or not it's on the weekends. My time is very, very stretched at the moment. Naturally, if I can go to a game, then I will go to a game and I'll bring you footage, and we'll do the normal stuff that we do on the Monday nights and react to the games and the goals and all that kind of stuff like that, as we do normally. But if people prefer this to the match day experiences, and this is something that continues to grow, and this is something that people would prefer from us, then myself and Adam are very open to doing this on a more regular basis. It's what other people, it's what everyone prefers, really. If people would rather we did this than doing the match day experiences, then we will do this. If people want us to continue going to one game, reporting on the others, and what we talked about on last week's show, which was to bring in, bring in footage from everyone sending stuff in, then we'll do that. We're open to stuff this year. We want to try different things. If people are sick and tired of the match day experiences and they'd rather we did this, we'll do this. But we will, it's literally is a case of, this is the trial run of it. If people enjoy it, we'll do it more often. If not, we'll go back to what we're doing beforehand. And this will just be a sporadic thing. Every time that we can potentially do something, then we will do. But who knows? Who honestly knows? It is entirely down to you guys and what you want. Right. Anyway, let's get back into the action. I think we have a 7th goal in one of our games. Let me just see if I can try and confirm it. I think we do. We've got a 7th goal in the game between March Town and Lakenheath. Remember, this game was 3-3. Which way has the 7th goal gone? It's gone Lakenheath. It's gone the way of Lakenheath. They are now 4-3 up in their game against March Town. Unbelievable scenes in that game. Jesus Christ, if I was available and I'd missed out on going to that one, I'd be absolutely kicking myself. But yeah, March are now March Town 3, Lakenheath 4. Bloody hell. Burnham Ramblers have got a 4th goal. That is now 4-1. against Coggeshall. Haziz Cone has got the 4th goal for the Ramblers. Let's see if we can just try and refresh the Twitter page and see if anything else comes up on here. No. So those are the up-to-date scorelines at the moment. But yeah, unbelievable. Marchtown 3, Lakenheath 4. Really enjoying this show. Hope it continues. I will definitely tune in. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. This was literally concocted yesterday afternoon. I was on my lunch break and I thought, what a brilliant idea to do as a one-off show. And then I talked to Adam about it in the evening after our Monday night show. And he went, that's a really good idea. I think you could be onto a winner there. As I said, if people enjoy it, then it will be something that we continue to do as much as we possibly can. So we will try and do it as much as possible. But as I said, it will have to be on an as and when either one of us is potentially free. But I'm glad people are enjoying it. So to have comments like this from all of you guys saying how good it is, I really, really appreciate that. But as I said, let's not get into that now. We've still got plenty of time in these games. Can we get any other late drama in any of our games? Jesus Christ, these honestly, some of these games are absolutely mental. So let's try and go through some of the scores as we stand. We've got just over, or maybe just under 10 minutes left of some of our games. So it's Fakenham 3, Norwich 1, Hadley 2, Witton 3. Remember, Witton are down to 10 men. Kirkley and Patefield 2, Mulbarton 1. They've got themselves a goal back. Can they get the equaliser? We've got March 3, Lakenheath 4 in an absolute belter of a game. Mildenhall 3, Ely 2. Newmarket 3, Long Melford 0. That game seems to be simmering down now. Galston, Christy Finch with 2 goals against Swaffham. Woodbridge and Brantham, not an awful lot of updates going on in that game. Wroxham 5, Thetford 1. Sheringham and Norwich CBS, no updates on that one. It is still 1-0 to Sheringham. Burnham Ramblers have got a 4th goal against Coggeshall. That is now 4-1. Cornard against Ipswich Wanderers. Again, no updates from that game. It still appears to be 3-0. Frentford 2, May and Baker 3, Halstead 4, Wivenhoe 2. Again, that game appears to have calmed down a little bit. And Wormley Rovers 1, Birkhurst Hill 2. So they are all of the updates at the moment as we stand. Let's see if we can try and get any updates on some of the other games that are going on at the moment. And it does appear as if we've got an injury in the game between Wroxham and Thetford. I think, 82 minutes. Junior off injured for Thetford Town. They are now going to be playing the rest of the game because they've made all 3 subs. So they're playing the final 8 minutes of their game against Wroxham with 10 men because of an injury. Already 5-1 down, remember. And as I said, they've got to play the last 10 minutes of this game with 10 men, which is you never like to see. And a Fakenham player is also down injured as well at the moment. Hopefully nothing too serious. But we've got a couple of injuries that are going on as well. And there has been a 7th goal in the game against between Wroxham and Thetford. I think you can all guess the way that this one has gone. It is now 6-1 to Wroxham. Wroxham 6, Thetford 1. I'm sure we're going to get goal highlights coming in just a few moments. We have Lee is on it. Lee is absolutely rapid with his highlights. Bloody hell, fair play, man. Here is the 7th goal. Good cutback there. I'm going to watch the goal again. Really nice play from the throw in there. Keep the ball, really close, tight control. Skips past his marker, pulls the ball back. Nice control. good finish into the top hand corner. And now that they are against 10 men, that is definitely an opportunity for them to really increase their goal difference. And I know that sounds incredibly harsh, but it really, really, really could be a way of really boosting their goal difference. But just as I say that, Thetford have got a goal back. So it's now Wroxham 6, Thetford 2. My God, what a game. My God, what a game. Have Grant Holt or Simon Lappin scored? Not as far as I'm aware. Let me load up the Wroxham page and see whether or not they've got anyone on there. So we've got Jamie Forshaw makes it 6. We've got who scored the other goals? Appears to be, obviously, we had the own goal for the 5th one. Brad Spooner scored the 4th. Joe Taylor has got 2 goals, and Ryan Curtis also has the other goal for Wroxham. But as I said, that is now 6-2. And let me bring you the goal for Thetford as well. So ball down the left-hand side. Just a simple ball floated over here. Goalkeeper comes rushing out. Great play by the striker. Gets it round his marker and into the bottom corner. And there we have it. So, yeah, 6-2. 6-2 to Wroxham against Thetford. Let me just update the scoreline there. Let's have a look, see if we've got any other stuff going on here. So I think there is also, wow, lots of stuff going on. There's absolutely loads going on. Wow, this is all really kicking off. Absolutely brilliant. So we've got a 6th goal in the game between Mildenhall and Ely. Is it game on or is it game over? Let's bring it up on the screen here. It's a penalty. And it's a penalty to Mildenhall. And I think you know which way this is going, unless we've got a Watford versus Leicester moment on our hands here. Yeah, good finish into the bottom corner. As I said, Mildenhall now 4-2 up against Ely. Absolutely brilliant penalty into the bottom corner. Update from the Ipswich game is really scrappy second half. No further goals, although Ipswich have had a chance to make it 4-0 and there's still 5 minutes left to go. Jacob Lay has just hit the post, apparently. So that goal is there. So nearly 4 goals for Ipswich, and there's been loads of other action coming on in the last few minutes. So let's see if we can try and rattle our way through some of this. Let me share the screen with you. So here we go. First of all, we have got there is a red card, second red card of the match, and it is now Hadley, Joe Laxley, for an unfair challenge. So they are 3-2 down, and it is now 10 men apiece in the game between Hadley and Witton United. We've also got, as I said, that game, Mildenhall are now 4-2 up against Ely. And there is a goal in the game between Mold Barton and Kirkley and Payfield. It looked like it was game done. It looked like it was game, set and match. Kirkley went 2-0 up, but Mold Barton have managed to pull themselves back into the game, and it is now 2-2 between Kirkley and Mold Barton. What an amazing comeback by the recently promoted club into the Furlough None. Absolutely unbelievable. What a moment for them. Can they go on now and get themselves a winner? Who knows? It looks like Wormley are now losing 3-1 against Berkhurst Hill. We heard from Spencer. He was surprised to hear that they were They were 1-0 down in that game, but it now appears that they've turned the game around and they are winning 3-1 against Wormley Rovers. So, yeah, that game looks to be dead set and match with only a few minutes left to play. So here we go. We've got our first full time of the evening, and it has come at Mildenhall. First home point of the first home game of the season. First 3 points. It finishes 4-2. Dan Brown with 2 goals. Tanner Cole and Natty Stewart with the goals. It is now Mildenhall. Their next game is against Wroxham in the FA Cup, but a brilliant way for them to get prepared for that game. We've also got another final score coming in, and it is at the game between Swaffham and Galston. Galston winning by 2-1. They round off the evening with a very, very good win, 2-0 away from home in the Norfolk Derby against Swaffham. And there has been a second goal between Norwich CBS and Sheringham. Again, have we got a dramatic equaliser? Or have Sheringham won it? Sheringham have won it 2-0 to Sheringham. Yeah, brilliant for them. 2 wins out of 2 from their opening games. And as I said, Sheringham are now 2-0 up in that game. Oh, wow, a dramatic equaliser. A dramatic equaliser in the game at Frentford against May and Baker. Absolutely love this. It is now 3-3 between Frentford and May and Baker. 6 goals. That's in the 93rd minute equaliser. No worries, Ben. I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, absolutely loved you in the audience, my man. Thank you so much for joining us with the first few wins there. Yeah, full time getting their first win of Step 5 for Lakenheath. They win 4-3 in an absolute thriller against March Town on there. Any other games that are coming on at the moment? There has now been, 7-2. 7-2 in the game against, for Wroxham. So Wroxham have got themselves a 7th goal. I'm sure we'll have highlights of that one in just a few moments. Let me see if he has sent it through. Cornard have just pulled one back in the dying moments to make it 3-1. A scuffle followed. The ref has completely lost the game. And Dan has just sent me in a full-time score. Mildenhall against Ely. Here it is then. This is the 7th goal for Wroxham. Let's just see if we can play it now. So Thetford looking to try and pass out from the back. Tries to flick on, but they lose the ball here, and Wroxham immediately seize upon it. Oh, that's a good finish. Very, very good finish into the bottom corner there. That is absolutely brilliant goal from Wroxham's perspective. Right, we have got some more late goals that are coming in throughout the leagues. Here we go. Let's see if we can try and get some more coming up on here. And there is a second goal. It's been very quiet in the game between Brantham and Woodbridge. Again, have we got an equaliser, or is it game, set, and done? And you will be able to see from the screen here, it's game, set, and done. Brantham 2-0 up now against Woodbridge away from home. So they have won. They look like they have won that game. It is now 2-0 to Brantham Athletic against Woodbridge. A very, very good win there for those guys. We got final scores coming in. So yeah, Swaffham 0, Galston 2. Final score: Frentford 3, May and Baker's 3. We have got another yellow card for Hadley United in their game. Feisty Suffolk game going on down there. Full time 3-0 to Newmarket against Long Melford. Is now full time between Woodbridge and Brantham. So that Brantham goal now means that Brantham are winning by 2, or have won the game by 2-1. Confirmation from Norwich CBS that the Sheringham second goal has gone in. Burnham Ramblers won by 4-1. Full time Wroxham 7, Thetford 2. we've got the full-time score coming in as well between Wivenhoe against Halstead. It's now 4-2 to Halstead. That is a full-time score. And it's full-time at Kirkley and Patefield. They were winning 2-0 and Mulbarton managed to pull the game back and they drew 2-2 in that game. We've got loads of other games that are coming in as well. Loads of other full times. Are we going to get any other late drama? Whilst we're waiting for some of the other games to come in, Spencer is joining us once again. Your game ended up finishing 4-2, Spencer.
Hi, James. Yep, finished 4-2 to Halstead. I think a deserved win in the end. Done well, especially going behind early doors, but 2 out of 2 for Halstead now, so it's looking good.
You, the last time we spoke, Wivenhoe had just got the second goal of the game, and they were, you guys were winning 4-2 there. Did much else happen in the second half? Was there any kind of late pressure on your goal, or was it pretty?
To be fair, Wivenhoe missed a few decent chances, but also Halstead probably could have scored a few others as well. But I think in the end, it was pretty comfortable to see out in the end for Halstead. So decent 3 points against a decent Wivenhoe side.
Yeah, and as you said, 2 wins from 2 for Halstead now. Have you been quite impressed with them far from what you've seen?
Well, yeah, I came with Saturday when they played Newbury, and they went 1-0 up early and then fell behind again. So it shows the team have got character this season to come from behind. They've done it twice now in 2 games.
True.
Can score goals. Defensively, obviously, conceding 4 goals in 2 games is not great, but they're getting the goals. And Chris Harris didn't play Saturday, so to get 3 goals without him and then get 4 tonight, and obviously him getting 2 goals tonight, won the penalty. So, yeah, I think I'm impressed going forward. Defensively, a bit better, but no, you can't complain. 2 wins out of 2 against, to be fair, Newbury as well. I was quite impressed with them. So against 2 sides that I think will upset other sides during the season. So yeah, you can't mind too much.
Yeah, I was speaking to somebody at the game I was at on the weekend for the Ely Woodbridge game. I'm not going to reveal who I spoke to, but they said that if Ipswich Wanderers think they're going to have it all their own way in this division, they've got another thing coming, because sides do. It's kind of like a championship division that teams will beat each other on a regular basis. So there's not really any team that kind of dominates the division. Is that a fairly accurate statement?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, there's a lot of teams like Buckhurst Hill who will upset teams, and Ipswich have got to travel down to East London area and that sort of area. So will it take it out of them, especially on a Tuesday night? But I don't know. I think Halstead can beat Ipswich on their day. I think Halstead can beat anyone on their day. But yeah, but I better go now, James. Anyway, I've just got my lift. So
no worries, my man. Really appreciate all of the goals you've been sending in and all of the feedback on tonight's game. Really appreciate it. I'll speak to you very soon.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you very much, James. Take care.
Cheers, Spencer. You too. You too. We've got some other full times coming in across the division as well. So yeah, it is now full time between Sheringham and Norwich CBS. So Sheringham winning by 2 goals to 0 in that game. We've also got confirmation of Fakenham winning 3-1 against Norwich United. A fantastic win for Fakenham down there. And I can't believe I've actually just seen this man pop up in the chat. I'm delighted to be able to say that we've got Jacob Lay. Wow. Congratulations, my man. 2 goals for you tonight. Talk us through that game. How was that?
I can't really hear him.
Can't hear it.
No.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can try and sort out your sound. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, just about. 2 goals for you, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What happened in that game? Talk us through it.
Yeah, 2 goals. Good start to the season. Against Cornard, I mean, we come away 45 minutes, but it was a good performance from the whole team, considering it's a new group of players. And to get 2 goals in your debut, I mean, you can't really ask for much more, really.
No, definitely.
So that was good to be playing with the boys.
It sounded quite a scrappy game from what I've been told. I was getting reports coming in that it was quite feisty challenges coming in all over the place.
Yeah.
How well did you boys kind of handle that side of it?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of experience in our team. So like likes of Dev and Anton and Rosie. So like I feel like the group of players we've handled ourselves quite well. And once we got past the scrappy part and started playing our football, then like it really showed in our football.
Do you think that's probably going to be a bit of a tactic from a lot of teams moving forward? Because let's face it, Ipswich are the big hitters in this league. Everyone is going to be gunning for you.
Yeah. I feel like with the experience we've got in, I just feel like we've got a bit of everything, and I feel like today we've set a statement to the league really about what we can do, and we'll take every game as it comes.
Love it, absolutely love it. And in terms of what you just said there, the first game that you guys have played, how frustrating was it not to get a game on Saturday when you could see all the other results coming in? I bet that was really.
Yeah, we were gutted really. Everyone was buzzing to play, and yeah, then it got called off because of apparently the other team had COVID, so it's a bit strange. But everyone was at the club Saturday anyway, so we had a good training session and we're still preparing on good vibes. So, and then we're all getting ready for Tuesday already. So.
Yeah, definitely fantastic stuff.
Yeah,
fantastic stuff. Really appreciate your time, Jake. And I'll let you go because I know you probably want to get yourself into that change room and sort yourself out. So, but honestly, thank you so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. And,
thank you very much. Thank you for chatting to me. Thank you.
No worries, Jake. Speak to you later.
Speak to you later. Bye.
Bye. Adam.
Oh, hello, James.
How do you follow that?
Oh, goodness me! What a game.
Jacob Lay.
What happened?
Sorry?
What happened?
Jacob Lay came on the show. That's what happened, mate. We bring the big names in. We bring them in.
This is a good start for this idea, James. You've done well.
100%. Adam, talk to me about your game because I was trying to keep I was trying to keep up to date with it, with what was going on.
Look who's in the background. What have I just witnessed?
Get the big man in. Get the big man in.
No, he's off. Honestly, what have we just witnessed here?
So, talk to me. Hadley 2, Witton 3, 2 red cards in the second half. Witton down to 10 men. They were 2-1 down. How on earth did they turn that game around? What the hell happened in that half?
Set pieces. That's what happened. Right. Hadley, I don't know. They just got a bit slack and sort of giving away free kicks, which the referee was more than willing to give away. He'll give free kicks at any opportunity tonight. I mean, I've seen someone get booked for heading the ball tonight. Just a header on the edge of the box, he got booked. I've seen some absolutely unbelievable things tonight. And when Hadley then went down to 10 as well, it was just very well managed by Witton to finish it off, which surprised me because I think Hadley did look like they're in the mix. But as soon as Witton went down to 10, Witton actually looked the better team.
Right.
You expect it to be a struggle, but Shane definitely stuck with his shape and stuck with the game plan and didn't adjust to go down to 10. And they had success. They had success in the right areas. So it really was some kind of game. Shane's just walking past now, but yeah, here you go.
Shane, how
are we doing? I'm very animated after that, I think, or subdued from the animation.
I'm not surprised. I mean, where do you even begin with that game? Those red cards. You turned things around when you were 2-1 down and down to 10 men. How on earth did you do that?
Well, we sort of knew what they'd line up with before the game, and they came at us very well. They probably started better than us. We've done a lot of chasing, and we didn't seem to be able to work out. Conceded a very early goal, but got back into it, and I thought we had the better spells of play. Half time, we were going to change it anyway and match them up for that. And unfortunately, after 2 minutes of the second half commences, we get one of our players sent off. However, we didn't change the formation, which I got a little bit of flack for from some of the senior players at first. But we stayed with the formation. Actually, thought it worked in our favour because we sort of, whilst we didn't have the extra man in the middle, we seemed to, whilst we matched a man for man without the 11, we seem to have got the better opportunities down the wide flank. So yeah, the perseverance and effort and determination was a good style of Witton play, and I think we fully deserved the 3 points.
Love it, absolutely love it. So more of that to come then.
I think so. This squad I've put together this year is one of the strongest squads I've put together, and it's shooter class today. And yeah, it's going to be a tough season. I mentioned it on the show last night. This division's going to pull off some strange results, and for us to go ahead with 10 men whilst they had 11 just shows the character we had. And whilst they went down to 10 men in the end, there was only one team to get a result. So yeah, really pleased with that.
Lovely stuff. Shay, really appreciate you coming on, my man. Pass it all back to Adam for me, would you? Is that all right? Adam, do you mind just staying on for a few more minutes and just keeping it going? I've just got to go check on my little boy.
Yeah, I've got 5% battery to try and keep people going. So
okay, right, guys. If I drop out for a few minutes, and if Adam drops out, I apologise. I'll try and be back as quick as I can. I won't be long. Hopefully, it won't be long.
So what have we got in the chat going on? So yeah, I mean, game I've just watched, like it was all action all the way through. I think Shane summed things up quite easily there. A lot of animation coming from either side, but for me, that big plus point there is the players really sticking at it when it could have been. When people got absolutely rattled, it would have been easy for people to just absolutely bin the game off, and both teams being down to 10 men, it could have been a lot worse than that. So what have I missed? Got back from the N20 Shadow, just got back from the Needham game, 4-0 win to Needham against Colchester under 23s. Strong result for them. The Colchester under 23s have been doing the rounds, haven't they? And they've had a mixed bag of results. I saw Needham's result against Billericay. I am struggling to understand in the friendlies actually what the real meaning behind a lot of those games is, and figuring out the teams. Me and James very flagged Needham has been there and key for a big season this year. So we'll see how things go and see how things pan out. But yeah, be interesting to see how things go as things unroll. Having a couple of games under the belt in the league now, I still think it's far too early to be judging anybody. One of the things I will flag, happily seems to have 8 players out for the next game, so next league game could be a tricky one for them with different commitments that they've got. My battery is down to 2%, so I'm going to bid you all farewell. I'm sure James will be back momentarily, and hope you all enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks for joining in, and I will speak to you soon. James will be back soon. Sweet Caroline is now booming over the boombox, so good way to finish. See you later.
I knew his signal would drop out. I knew that would be the case. I might have to leave at some point, but everyone, just to let just let everybody know. Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap things up tonight because my little boy is now starting to cry. So absolutely fair play to him. How he managed to survive that entire night and not cry and not wake up is absolutely unbelievable. How are you doing? Would have joined earlier, but I just got back from the Needham game, 4-0 win to Needham's to Needham against Colchester under 23 Forts. Yeah, I think Needham are going to have a very good season this year, without a doubt. I think they're going to do incredibly well this year. So yeah, I think they Colchester under 23s. They were very impressive when I saw them against Stowmarket fairly recently. So for Needham to get a 4-0 win there just shows that they're making the right progression. And playing against an academy setup like that will do Needham the world of good going into next season. So I think that's actually a very, very impressive result for them. So let's go through all of the fixtures and round things up from an incredibly entertaining evening set of results. We'll go through them one last time, and then we will call things at a night. So Fakenham 3, Norwich United 1. It's Hadley 2, Witton 3. Kirkland Patefield 2-2 against Mulbarton. Marchtown 3, Lakenheath 4. Mildenhall 4, Ely 2. Newmarket 3-0 against Long Melford. Swaffham 0, Galston 2. Woodbridge 0, Brantham Athletic 2. Wroxham 7, Thetford 2. In the Furlough None North, it ended up being Sheringham 2-0 against Norwich CBS in the only game taking place in the Furlough None North tonight. Furlough None South, Burnham Ramblers 4, Coggeshall 1, Cornard 1, Ipswich Wanderers 3. It was Brentford and May Bakefield, a 3-3 draw in what sounds like an absolutely brilliant game that took place, a 93rd minute equaliser for Brentford there. Halstead 4, Wivenhoe 2, and Wormley Rovers 1, Berkhurst Hill 3. It's been a manic evening here on the show. I hope everybody is enjoying it. I hope everyone's had a really good time tonight. Apologies about the little bit at the end there. Adam's battery ran out just as I needed him to kind of cover me whilst my son was crying. I'm going to go look after him now because he's gone back to sleep, but I guarantee in 5-10 minutes he's going to be awake again because I know what my boy is like. So yeah, I'm going to disappear now. But thank you so much to everybody who has been involved in the chat, to everyone who has sent in goal highlights, who has come to us live from a ground. Spencer, Dan, Kelly, we've got Jacob Lay, we've got Shane coming on, to Adam, everyone who has joined in tonight. I really, really appreciate it. If this is something that people want to see moving forward, then we will continue to do this as and when we can. If people want this to replace the match day experiences, again, that's something we're open towards. People will have to let us know if they thought it was a good success. But thank you so much. I really hope so. I hope this will be a success. I agree. I love this show. Really appreciate that. If you have, remember to subscribe and turn the notification bell on. Give the video a like. That would be much appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time this evening. I will see you all very soon. No game for me on Saturday, but remember, I will see you all Monday night, 8:30 for the live show, Suffolk non-league show. I will see you all then. But until next time, thanks everyone. Adios.